You are a beautiful reason to live. You are a beautiful reason to love. With you I learn how to live. With you I learn how to love. We live inside love. What's good, everybody? And you're not tuned into another episode of the Komplete Package Podcast. I'm your host, Komplete, alongside my beautiful co-host, She.Komplete, my forever co-host. And we're going to talk about parenting.
Parenting. Huge word.
In all caps.
In all caps. I will say, if God blessed you to become a parent, we stand with you. We stand with you. We know that this is a journey that never ends. Obviously, it doesn't matter how old they get. I've sought a lot of advice from different parents, and it never ends. Mm-hmm. So, but that's okay. That's okay. As of today, we have 3 beautiful children. We have a young man now, young boy. I don't say baby no more. He's not a baby. But we have a son named Kale. He's 7 years old. We have a daughter named Harmony, who's 4 years old, and a daughter named Melody, who is 3 years old. We are, as you would say, busy, pretty active. We're never bored. Yeah, a lot is going on in the Coleman household, but we wouldn't trade it for the world.
Yeah. Being a parent it's a calling.
Yes.
Once you start looking at it from that perspective, you approach it differently. Mm-hmm. You move differently. Like a lot of people, you look at your kids as just property. You know, just something I gotta do. You know, like you look at them like they bills or something like that, and I don't like that. You know, I get it, but then I don't get it because once again, it's a calling. And your kids they're a part of you. Like, they're a version of you. It's like if God say we're made in his image, these are your creations that are made in your image. Mm-hmm. So your children look like you, act like you, talk, walk, think like you. They view the world how you present it to them. You know, how you react to chaos, how you react to anger, how you react to, you know, despair and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. How me and you interact, because we got a boy and 2 girls. Mm-hmm. So a relationship between a male and a female, they get to see that every single day. Mm-hmm. How do you resolve conflict? That you are the blueprint to how your children is going to view life.
For sure.
And they're either going to take your advice or they're going to live despite of you. And you choose which one they do.
Yeah. I will also say, you have parents like us, we had our children, but then you also have people who step into the role of parents.
Yeah.
They step into the role of being
Shout
adopted
out to the step parents.
Yeah. Step parents, people who adopt, foster parents. Like, there's so many parents out there, and this is for all of y'all. Like, if that child has been placed in your life, it's been placed in your life for a reason. And we commend you for stepping into this role, even if you didn't physically have that child, physically carry that child, or you're not biologically related to that child, for taking care of that child. Like, we need you too, and we want to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts for taking care of children. And for us, we couldn't pick ours. We couldn't. These were custom made. God had gave them to us. Pastor Manning joked about that too. He's like, you know, the cool thing about being a adopted parent, you get to pick the child. It's like you can't pick. You can't pick the other side when you physically carry it. But honestly, it is our gift. We said it earlier. Our children are our gift to the world based on how we raise our children. So as you parent your children, ask yourself, what kind of gift is you giving to the world? Like, what kind of gifts are you giving to the world? We know from experience that parenting is challenging. Can't nobody come to me and say, oh, it's the easiest thing I ever done, because you're not doing it. There's no way it should be easy. You're not doing it. But are you accepting the challenge? That's the question. Because when things happen, are you just brushing it off? Or are you stopping what you're doing to address an issue? Are you stopping what you're doing to discipline? Are you stopping what you're doing to love and care and nurture? Because when you put the work in, you get the fruit. But it's only gonna it's only going to produce what you're putting in it. If you're not putting good things in it, good things won't come out of it. But if you're putting good in, more than likely, good is going to come out. The best example I have of that, which is really what inspired this episode, is our now 7-year-old son, Kale. Pre-K was great. Kindergarten was great. First grade was great until he turned 7. I don't know what happened. Like the very next day of year 7, KO was a different KO. It was like, who are you? I mean, grades started to drop. He brought home his first 2 discipline notes. And I prided myself in posting my child making straight A's progress report, straight A's report card. And my child all of a sudden bringing home F's. All of a sudden, teacher texting us talking about he just choosing not to do his work. Not that he can't. It's 2 different things. If your child is struggling because they really don't get it, we get that. But our child just decided he don't have to do it.
Yeah.
And we had to stop everything. And you notice I said had to. We had to. There was no option. Like, my husband and I are blessed to be present. But being present doesn't just mean, oh, I'm going to come to the games or I'm going to be in the house with you. Being present means when your child is having difficulties, you're going to stop what you're doing to make sure you address them and you apply the necessary reinforcements that you need to apply to get them back on the right track. And that's what we did. I want to commend you for what you did. I'm going to let you expound on it.
I mean, I ain't going to tell them.
You don't have to tell them everything.
Just know it was very strenuous physical activity. And just what he needed. I mean, it's my son. I know him. Guys respond to stuff like that differently than girls. Like girls, you can kind of, if a girl start getting in trouble 9 times out of 10, she's feeling neglected or something like that, and she just acting out, wanting attention and stuff like that. Or if that's just how she being raised. She just a replica of the woman that's raising her. Boys typically, their environment kind of will have a heavy influence on them. Like the people around them, their friends, who they choose to hang with and stuff like that, will have a very heavy influence. I don't care how it is at home, they'll get to school and be like, well, this is what my friend do.
So I'm going to do it.
This is what I'm doing. And I feel like that could be part of what KO dealing with. And then part of it, we understand that he's just super spoiled. You know, he's super spoiled, got mom, great aunt, grandma, 2 sisters. He just living life with all these females around. He's always had female teachers. And I'm really like the only like male in his life when it comes to like everyday life. So he kind of took advantage of that, you know, because all the females gonna give him what he want. You know, he can bat those big pretty eyes and smile. He can get what he want. That don't work with me. And I stopped all of that. I shut all of that down. I took everything that he loved. I took it away from him. And now he's in a season of where, I got to earn it. I don't give him nothing. And now you can see we got a different 7-year-old on our hand. Like putting groceries up.
He put the groceries
without
up.
being told to.
He's making up his bed. He was already doing some of the things, but now it's like more initiative. We don't have to tell him. He's leading his sisters. If you ask who the oldest were before this happened, you would probably think it was Harmony, because Harmony has like that natural leadership capabilities. She's just a natural born leader. But now Kayla's like, no, I'm the oldest. I'm going to be the big brother that you all need me to be. I'm going to step into my role. And honestly, I feel like we kind of all go through that. As we get older, we have to realize that some people, I'm going to say this, but then I'm going to go back. We should realize as we get older, we need to step into more mature levels. We need to do more. We're more responsible. We think before we act. We just, emotional intelligence, all these things should come as we get older. Some don't. Some are 45 years old, but they mentally are 15. We refuse to have kids that are mentally younger than they actually are. If anything, they may be older mentally than they actually are. So we get it, KO, because at first he just looked so confused of us saying, "Hey, you're 7 now. You shouldn't be doing this." And he was looking at me like, "I'm still KO though." Like, but this wasn't the first time he's done that. As he's gotten older, sometimes he's given us that same confused look of, "Why are you talking to me different? Why are you treating me different?" Well, baby, it's because you're not a baby. It's because we can't continue to treat you like this, because you're going to grow older and the world isn't going to treat you like this. You won't be this cute little boy that everybody wants to give a piece of candy to forever. You have to grow into a man. And if we don't allow that to happen and treat you, give you responsibility, show you how to mature, give you emotional intelligence, then we're failing you as parents, because the world is not going to give it to you. And if it does give it to you, it's going to give it to you the hard way. And that's what we're doing with our son and our daughters. But since he's the oldest, he's getting round one of everything.
And it's however people feel, only a man can raise a man. I'm sorry. Am I disregarding all the single mothers that have raised men?
No.
That's not what I'm doing. Only a man can show him how to be that. And a lot of women have gotten it confused that, yes, you raised that child to get older, to finish school, graduate college, and make it to their career and stuff like that. Yeah, you raised your child. You didn't make him a man. He's still lacking things that, like I said, the world is going to give him one way or the other. It's things by being a man that only a man can teach you. It's just like being a woman. Like our daughters, Harmony and Melody, there's stuff I can't give them. There's stuff about being a woman, by how their body starts changing and stuff like that. I can't tell them. I can Google it. But why Google it when they got their mom? You know what I'm saying? Only you can give them that. Vice versa, same way with me and Kale. So with him being the oldest and him the one acting out, only I can correct that. Everybody else can do their part, but I knew what my son needed. And ever since that been implemented, we do have a new KO. I mean, he's the same goofy KO, full of life, but he's more disciplined now, and he's moving differently now, which I'm proud of him, how he's moving.
I'm proud of it. And notice that you said only a man can raise a man. Sometimes that may not be the biological father.
Yeah.
That may be the grandpa. That may be the neighbor that checks in on y'all to make sure you're good. It's just a man. Like only a man can raise a future man. That's what I just want to clarify that, because we have people who aren't with the biological father that may be watching, or it might be the uncle that's teaching the young boys how to do it, as long as it's a good man. And we know good men from bad men. So make sure a good man is helping you raise your young son into a man.
Yeah. And even if you're not together, like co-parent, like we're sick and tired of seeing, well, I can't speak for you, but I am sick and tired of seeing women complain about the man not being good enough. You know, he was good enough to get pregnant by. So either one or two things, either he's always been bad, or two, you got bad judgment. So you need to figure that out. But if y'all not together, that has nothing to do with the child. Nothing to do with the child.
Yeah.
Nothing. Y'all didn't make it, but you still have to come together and be like, hey, I'm mom, I'm dad. We both love you. Our relationship failed. That has nothing to do with you. Now, what we have to focus on now is our individual relationships with you. I'm your dad. I'm your mom. When I'm with you, I'm with mom. When I'm with you, I'm with dad. Dad, how you feel about mom? That don't matter. Mom, how you feel about dad? That don't matter. I'm with you. So my focus should be solely on you.
Yeah. Speaking from someone who didn't have a father, because I'm a woman, and we talked about a young boy needs a man to raise him, but also with women, we need our fathers in our lives as well. And my dad just chose the streets over his children. That's just the truth. He's admitted that. He's gotten to a level of emotional intelligence where he probably wouldn't be mad if he saw this episode and heard me say that. However, there are women out there who have men who wants to be in their child's life, and you're just being bitter. And you're just like, well, mad he got a girlfriend now. Mad that he done moved on. That has nothing to do with you. Like, let that man, especially if he's a good man, especially if he's participating and he's doing his part, allow that man to be in that child's life. Because an absent parent, it affects the child. Regardless of if you think it does or not, it does. Like, I'm 31 years old, still healing from things that affected me when I was a child, from not having a father or my mother that was absent for a few years due to decisions that she made. It matters. Allow your child the presence of the parent if that parent is worthy of that. Like, if that parent is providing, it has no negative influence. Like, we know the boundaries, we know the red flags. But if there isn't any and y'all just broke up and you still in your feelings, let that go. Because you're not hurting anybody but the child. Mm-hmm. You think you got some type of one up, but you don't. You're hurting you're hurting the child. Don't hurt the child just to make yourself feel better.
Yeah. And for those who, the parents who are the 2-parent households, like, being there ain't enough.
No.
Just because you in the house, it's not enough. You're there, you paying bills and stuff. That paying bills, buying clothes, feeding, that has nothing to do with raising the child.
And you would have to do that with or without having a child.
you got to do that regardless.
Yeah.
So feeding, like, if you had a dog, you would feed the dog. Mm-hmm. So how is that even equivalent? You would feed the dog, you would put the dog somewhere safe. It's rain, you would give the dog shelter. You would do that for a dog. So how is just doing that for your child enough? It's not. There's way more that goes into raising your child. Getting to know them, who they are, talking to them, apologizing to them, allowing them to vent. Hey, how did that make you feel? Yeah. Like, they're human. Let them talk. You think every single one of their emotions needs to be what you say it is.
And that's not
That's
true.
not reality. That's control anyway. That's not parenting. Parenting is because as your child grows, you should be growing. Mm-hmm. Your parenting has to adjust.
Yeah.
A lot of you are trying to parent your 19-year-olds like they were 9. You know, they're not 9 anymore. They're 19. Parenting has to change.
And that's why I mentioned earlier that we had to stop. Like, we had to stop and evaluate, because this was behavior that we wasn't used to seeing. We wasn't used to him acting out in school and making bad grades and things of that nature. Discipline those? My child? Like, no. So we had to stop and be like, okay, what do we need to do differently to make sure this doesn't continue to happen? Because we could have made a choice to just say, well, it's the new KO. We just don't accept it.
Yeah, he's 7.
He's 7. He'll grow out of it.
He'll grow out of it. That is the biggest. This is BS.
Yeah.
Kids don't grow out of nothing. They grow into stuff. They become more of that.
Yeah.
They don't grow out of it. They never grew out of nothing. All they grow out of is clothes. That's it. They don't grow out of that. You know, that child that's cursing at 5, they gonna curse at 15.
Yep.
Trust me. And now they cursing with more vigor now because they're older. They have a understanding of what they're doing now.
The child is twerking at 5.
Yeah. Don't be surprised.
And she pregnant at 15.
Yeah.
And sometimes it don't happen like that, but a lot of times it does. Like, we're not here to condemn anybody, but you go back to planting the seed and watering it. Like, what gifts are you giving to the world? What are you putting in your seed to nurture it? Like, if you are advocating them to do things you know isn't right, cursing and things of that nature. Like, our kids know scriptures. Our kids know prayers. Our kids know who God is.
Yeah.
And they're 7, 4, and 3. Our 3-year-old can say a prayer before we eat. What, you know what I'm saying? Like, and she's 3.
What you putting in them?
What are you putting in your kids is what you're going to get out. most of the time. Now, we do know there's kids who still choose the wrong path. And honestly, as a parent, when you know you've done all that you can do, that's not on you no more. It's not on you when you know. But when you've intentionally put the bad in and you're surprised that bad came out.
Yeah.
You know, we're not going to do that.
And it's hard to say, if we just being honest, it's hard to say that a child would still choose bad if they was presented nothing but good. It's hard to say that. Because
we have to talk to more people.
I would love for somebody to tell me the last time you seen a teenage girl get pregnant in a very loving, protective house.
Where the parents are fully present.
Yeah, parents fully present. Yeah. Like, if you're fully present, you would know that your daughter is sexually active.
I mean, I'm always careful to speak on those topics because we're not there yet. Like, we don't have teenage daughters yet. We don't know. We know we're going to be present. We know we're going to be active. But I just know that we can't control our kids' future decisions. Like, no matter how much protection we put around them, they can be sneaky. Like, I just don't want to go too deep into that.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, if you are heavily present, that means you have had the conversations. You have given your child the consequences of that action. They know what happens after this. You know, if they're sexually active, I'm pretty sure you've presented birth control or, you know, using protection and stuff like that to your teenager. You don't have to be, you know, in denial. They're teenagers, that stuff like that. Hey, they're going to start feeling things. But you've sat down and had those conversations with your daughter. Like, hey, getting pregnant early ain't going to be fun.
Yeah.
And now if they still make that decision, then
it's not on you.
I get it. It's on you. But those are rare. I haven't seen too many. I just haven't seen. And this stuff we could speak on. I mean, we're adults.
Yeah.
We both been sexually active early in our lives. So we can speak on, like, you know, if you'd got pregnant early, I mean, look at your household. Your dad wasn't there. So you get what I'm saying? And you knew better.
Yeah, my mom, I would say my mom, as soon as she found out that you and I were active, been with this guy for a long time. As soon as she found out that him and I were active, she put me on birth control. She didn't second guess it, like, instantly. Like, I was at the health department like the very next week. Cried her eyes out. But she still did it out of just protecting me because she didn't want me to get pregnant early. Looking back, I'm glad she did it. Like, if we would have got pregnant young, I feel like we still would have made it, but life would have been so different for us. So, but also looking back, having sex early isn't worth it. Like, that's just my stance on that. That's a topic for another conversation, but I could have waited. I really could have. Like, I love you. Best believe I love you. I'm so thankful that we worked out. My first became my husband. That's not everybody's story. But I just feel like I would have been okay without it. That's how I feel. Yeah. Waiting to, and that's what we're going to tell our kids. Like, we're going to be honest with our kids. That's another thing we advise y'all to do. Be honest with your children. Let them know your mistakes. Don't let them find out from the streets what you did. Let them know, you know, your history and things of that nature. Be honest.
Let them know your choices.
Yeah, let them know your choices. And I'm going to let our daughters know the decisions that I made. And you're going to let KO know. We're going to tell our kids together. And because I'm still going to say, hey, I want you to wait. Mom, did you wait? No, I didn't. I didn't wait. Do you wish you would have waited? Yeah, I do. I do wish. I don't regret it. I'm thankfully with the guy who took my virginity. But that's not everybody's story. Don't bet on that being your story. Because it more than likely will not be your story. So when you really do have sex, you want to make sure it's with somebody you truly love and you can see a future with. Because if you end up getting pregnant, he's in your future, regardless of if you want him to be or not. Yeah.
It's so aggravating having two daughters. Because it's like, bro. Because, like, now you got a higher probability of that happening. Which, like I said, we're going to be as transparent and active as possible.
Yeah.
But having 2 daughters, now I got a 50-50 chance of what if one of them it gets pregnant early in its life.
And will you think you're a bad parent if that happened?
I mean, I ain't parent of the year, but who knows? I mean, circumstances are, your perspective is everything, you know, and I get it. I would go back to that. You like, even though someone might still choose to do what they want to do.
Yeah, that was my only point in the beginning. Like, we have to.
I'm just coming from the perspective of like, kids are impressionable. Kids are kind of like, whether you believe it or not, when kids from like I want to say from like 6 to about 10, they gonna watch what you do.
Yes.
When they early teen, they gonna watch what you say. They gonna watch. Do you believe what you say? Yeah. Do you practice what you say? Because we all have been young teenagers and have heard our parents say stuff that we know they didn't do. And we like, huh? You want to run that back by me? And that's the first thing that went to our mind. Oh, you're going to tell me not to do something that you did? So that's what I'm saying. Like, teenagers are very impressionable. Now, if they see you back up everything you say, it's hard for them to go another way. Because they like, okay, our kids, they watch mom and dad. Look, they be like, since I've been kid, I've been watching mom and dad wake up every morning, pray to God, do their devotionals, pray together, love on each other. I've seen it every single day. In what world do they be like, I don't want that?
Yeah. And then also, go back to prayer real quick too. Like, you don't have to just accept that this is going to be your story. Like, be intentional and give your kids to God. Surrender your kids to God in the spiritual realm. Pray for them. I'm already praying for our kids' future spouses and our future grandchildren and great grandchildren that we may not even ever meet. Like, because again, that promise, God gave me a promise when we were pregnant with Kale that we are generational curse breakers based on how we raised Kale. So if we're talking about generation, that's beyond Kale, Harmony, and Melody. That's people that we may not even ever meet. And they will have generational blessings from our obedience. That's in the word. Read Exodus. Like, that's in the word. So we are very intentional on knowing that if we follow God and his word and we do what he's telling us to do, the probability of our kids having great lives and making better decisions is very high compared to if we were not doing that.
Yeah. You know, so that's one of the things, like, I know it's a slippery slope when it comes to, you know, because a lot of people be like, and be real. And I want to encourage parents to be real. Like, analyze yourself, like, seriously. Because a lot of parents can be in denial. They're like, I did everything. I'm like, did you?
Yeah.
Yes, when they asked for some brand new shoes, you bought them. When they had a concert, you showed up. You know, when they were hungry, you fed them. You did that. That's surface level stuff. But in those times where they're like, you know, Mom, I don't feel right.
Did you stop?
Did you be like, pray about it, or did you be like, well, tell me about it? Do you feel like you need help or anything? You know, those little small little pockets that fall by the wayside. It be those small moments that turn into like we said, a forest fire only takes one little flame. One little flame will burn down a whole village.
Yeah.
If nobody extinguish it in time enough. And we all know, we've seen young kids and we see that one little spark and we're like, that look like something else. But everybody brushed it off as them just being a child.
Yeah. And
then when they're a teenager or a young adult and that is full blown, now all of a sudden it's a problem. I can't tell you how many times I've seen parents be like, have troubled teens and I'm like, I don't know what to do with them. It's kind of too late. You kind of late to the party. And that's where it's like parenting, like, is more than just the surface level. You have to be, bruh. Our kids don't have inspection days. Like, like days where we just go in their room
And we look for stuff.
and check it. I'm talking about
Checking phones,
I'm
we checking
flipping.
book sacks,
I'm
under
going
the
straight
bed, the
Marine
closet.
Corps. I'm flipping the whole room.
We're not playing with them.
I'm not playing. If I find anything that's not supposed to be in here, you're gonna have to sit in front of me and give me an explanation.
I would rather for our kids to dislike us now and love us later than love us now and hate us later.
Yeah.
And that's just
Or
the truth.
end up doing something that they can't come back from.
Yeah, like
once they make that decision, like once you a teen mom or a teen dad,
yeah,
that's it. I mean, you can't rewrite that story.
You were talking about moments like the spark, and I thought about like on the flip side of that too, like when we are occupied doing something our kids want to play. Or our kids want to just tell us about their day. Are we going to just say, shut up? Or are we going to stop what we're doing and play? Or are we going to stop what we're doing and listen? Because that defines them too. So it's so important to just pay attention to your kids. Like, there's enough time in the day for you to stop and listen to them for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Whatever you're doing isn't that. Like, a 5 minute, 10-minute delay won't change everything.
And will they be telling you something important?
Probably
Absolutely not.
Not at the kids
not
that
to
we
you.
got. Like, but to them.
Not to you, but to them. This is something you need to know.
Yes,
and that's something I had to work on that. You know, like when my kids coming to tell me something, this is something that's important to them.
Exactly.
I can't look at it. Oh, that's not important.
Yeah.
Not from their perspective. This is, hey, Dad, I want you to know this, and you got to look at that. They feel comfortable
to even talk to
you about it. So if they like, hey, Dad, this is, I want you to see this. You should feel honored as a parent. Okay, I bet. What is this?
Might be the simplest thing. Like
half the time, it's nothing, nothing. And parents, and I mean that like exclusively, the parents. You know exactly what we're talking about when your kid come to you and it ain't nothing, but to them it's something.
Yeah.
Like Melly will walk up to me like, Dad, I drew an M.
And that's important though, because she's working on writing her name.
That's important to her. Her name starts with an M.
So it's like,
to me, I drew an M.
Yeah.
But
I get
her,
excited every time.
She drew an M.
But what you don't know is most of the time she's drawing W's. So when she takes time to really draw an M, I get so excited because it takes us a minute to get there. So eventually we'll be ELODY. We'll be done with Melody, then we'll move on to Coleman. Like,
Yeah.
But that's important for sure.
That's parenting. It's like it's an exclusive job that nobody pays you for.
Nope.
You know, you don't get paid. And let me preface my comments: you don't get paid income, but it pays off in the long run.
It does.
If you do it right. If you really put in the time and the work, and like you said earlier. It won't take much time of your day, especially when it comes to their ages. Like when they teenagers, they ain't gonna want to be around you anyway. You know, so you gotta have that balance of they don't want to be around you, but they know they can come to you, and that's the difference. And you know, it's a different story when they don't want to be around you and they don't feel like they can come to you about nothing. Now we're in a different realm. This is when stuff start getting snuck in the house and you don't know. You know, like we see instances where parents were like, I ain't know my child making a bone. Like, I don't know if you've ever made a bone. Not the easiest process.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of ingredients.
We actually
meaning
just
this person was taking.
We saw an episode. We like watching Boston Blue. That's the name of it. Boston Blue. And in one episode, this lady, she's like top of the chain as far as police officers, and she just really didn't believe that the parent didn't know that their child was kill some people. And she's like, there's no way if you're raising a child that could be. And she wasn't even she was actually a stepmom. She had no children, but she just felt in her soul that this wasn't true. So it became her personal mission to find out if the parents knew or not. Come to find out, she found some medication. And medication was for mental disorders and things of that nature. And she went further into it and found out that they had reworded when he got sent to other schools instead of being expelled. It was just like an exchange or something like that. It was a transfer. And she was like, you knew you was trying to cover it up. And I want to speak towards that. Don't try to cover up a problem. Because eventually that mess is going to spread.
Yeah, that you looked over.
Yeah, we don't need to look over problems. Like back to even not just KO, with any of our kids, when we see them doing stuff that they know they shouldn't do, we stop it right there. Right there. Harmony, she's a leader, but she also can be very strong with her words. Sometimes she can come off as maybe disrespectful. Sometimes she can come off as bossy. And we tell her, hey, this is leadership and this is something else. And I love that you have, like, affirm them. I love that you have this capability. I love that you have this natural born ability to do what you're doing. But there's a way to do it. There's a way to talk to anyone. Harmony naturally leading is perfect. But her just pointing her finger and saying, y'all need to stop this and y'all need to stop. No, we're not going to allow that. Melody, tantrums, no ma'am, no sir. We're not going to allow you to just fall out because you're not getting your way. You're going to learn how to take some deep breaths. I don't know if you've noticed, but they tell each other that now because I tell them that. Take a deep breath, calm down, and get yourself together because we're not going to allow that. So if you don't stop it though, and then other things happen, and then you try to cover it up, when you knew back then it was an issue, it's your fault now.
Yeah. I mean, let's just keep it, let's be honest. Kids who are allowed to throw tantrums become Karens.
I'm not going there.
That's the truth. because for you to think that you can literally just blow up on people and there's no consequences, it's because your parents have allowed you to do it.
Let's go on a level even lower than that.
There's a trend.
I was about to say there's a trend going on social media right now of parents videoing their kids throwing tantrums, and the trend is you put praise music for the kid throwing tantrums. So you don't hear the kid, but if you play the praise music, it's kind of matches it. Don't do that trend.
Yeah.
Like
dumb trend.
Like that's one of the dumbest trends that I've ever seen. Like, first of all, why do you have a camera out recording your child breaking down? That's a problem. Let's stop that and address the problem. Yeah. Why are we recording it? That's not funny. It's not funny to see your child having a mental breakdown and you think you need to put it on social media to get some likes and shares on it. No, like everything doesn't need to be posted. And that's another conversation for another day. But people are literally trying to just get attention now.
Yeah, you're exposing your lack of parenting.
Like, let's not do that. And let's be careful in general of what we're putting out to the world. Like, everything doesn't need to be seen. And I could go on and on about that, but I'm going to keep this episode on parenting. But that is one of the dumbest trends that I've ever seen. Stop doing it.
Yeah.
Or don't start. Like, you don't need to get on every trend just to get views in life. God controls the algorithm. Not Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. I don't care what they say. God controls the algorithm. If he wants people to see your content will be seen. If he wants you to be compensated, you will be compensated. You do not have to sell your soul to get some views and to get some money. Please stop doing it. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, it's just crazy. Yeah, but all in all, being a parent, like we said, is a calling.
Yes.
It's a 24/7. Well, it's a number, an hour number that don't exist.
Infinite.
Yeah, just an infinite 4/7 job. Infinite 4/7.
I love it.
You never stop being a parent, and you shouldn't want to.
Yeah, I don't want to.
Bless you with this. It's a gift. It's a calling. Everybody can't be a parent. There's people who are praying to have one, and God has blessed you with multiple, and you kind of just let them fall by the wayside. That's kind of like, that's one thing I've never wanted to be, is unappreciative when it comes to what God gives me. And I feel like that's one of the most unappreciative things you could ever do, is for God to bless you with something that everybody can't have, and for you to just go through the motion. Like, to me, it couldn't be a bigger slap in the face to God. It's like, I gave you something that everybody can't have. Think about it. I gave you your you're made in my image, and I gave you something made in yours, and that's how you treat it. Like, how can you love me?
Yeah.
Like, how could you? If you see your child struggling and you allow them to struggle, or you just pass them off to the next person, like, or we've seen parents, the mom, like the child is just going through their issues and they just pawn them off to the dad. Like, no, they're like, hey man, me, boots on the ground. Let's get this together. You know, it's like, you know, one thing about you is, what I love about you is like I said, you were praying for them before they even got here. We done already gave them. We gave our children to God a long time ago. And we're active every single day as parents. We don't choose when we want to be parents. We're parents every single day that we wake up. We're parents. And that's when they 7, 4, 3, when they 17, 14, 13, when they 27, 24, 23, all the way up to however old they is, we still here.
Yeah.
We're still parents. KO can be 43 years old. And if he say, Dad, I need you, I'm going. I'm a little slower, but I'm going.
He tapped me on the shoulders at like 1:46 a.m. this morning. It's like, I think it was like, Mom, I gotta use the bathroom. Go use the bathroom. Like, don't tell me. And then he came back in there and was like, you wanna lay down with me? No, I don't wanna lay. I was sleeping in my own bed comfortably. Like, and it's just those moments that remind you, like, you could be aggravated, which you may, just a natural default. But it's just moments like that remind you that they'll never stop loving you. They'll never stop wanting you around. Like, even when, they may not always invite you to come sleep with them, but they're always going to send a random phone call, or when they need something, they're always going to think of, if I don't have anybody else in this world, I know I got my mom and dad. You know, we're always going to be an emergency contact until they get married on their phone. And then we'll probably still be number 2 or 3. Because I still listen.
You gonna stay KO.
Yeah, so we
my mom's still on my.
Yeah, so we're going to always be in their lives. But that's an honor, y'all. That's a privilege. Don't take that for granted. There's some people that don't want anything to do with their parents because of the lives that they had as children, as teenagers. So for those of us who are intentionally pouring into our kids and loving on them, the fact that they want to be around us and they want us in their lives forever, let's cherish it. So I could get emotional talking about it because I'm honored to know that they want me. They want their mom. Like, I keep thinking that they're going to grow out of wanting me. Maybe the way they express it, but they're not going to grow out of wanting me. And they're not going to grow out of wanting you either. It's a blessing. We pray for that, you know. And just a side note, just because you prayed for it doesn't mean it's going to be easy. It's actually going to be challenging. You're actually going to have to work to keep the prayers, like keep the blessings that God gave you. Like, you're living in answered prayers, but you don't go on default when God answers your prayers. You continue to be intentional. You continue to be active. You continue to love and give and do all the things you were doing before God answers those prayers. And God answered our prayers by giving us healthy children, regardless of the gender, giving us hitting their milestones. Like, when I fill out the paper at the doctor, not one time have I had to stop and really think about all the illnesses that they could have. When you go into the doctor, they ask you, well, do they suffer with this? Like, I've said no on almost every single question. That's a blessing. Everybody can't say that. And for even parents that with children with disabilities or with mental issues or medical conditions, they're still blessed. They're still grateful to be able to care for that child. And they're still living. Like, y'all, we go so deep, but we're not. Just be honored that your child is in your life. Like, be honored that you have been chosen to be a mother or father of that child. And for as long as God has blessed you to raise that child, love that child, be with that child. And I promise you, you will reap a great reward if you stay faithful.
Hey, that's how you end it right there. Let you end it. Take it home.
I just love being a mom. Like, it's hard. It's challenging, but I never thought I would love it as much as I love it. But I'm so honored to be the mother of K.O. Harmony and Melody and whoever. We may be done. We don't know. Like, we don't know. We don't know. But if it is just them, I'm okay with that. And if it's more, I'm okay with that too. But I'm thankful that God has blessed us to be together. For you to be the father, for me to be the mother, and for us to raise beautiful children who we can give as gifts to this world. Y'all, raise your kids and give beautiful gifts to the world. We love y'all, and we'll talk to y'all next time.